How you doing, YouTube? This is your host with the most, King Geo. Well, I'm going to tell you a little story that I just read today. This little 5-year-old boy that you see here in China, let's call him Xiaoping, because that's what they call him. That's a pseudonym name. So, this child's father dropped him off at school. It's kindergarten. And later on I found out that he was not his biological son, that his son was not his. So he left him there, and he refused to pick him up. He left the kid with a backpack, with some clothes and a mobile phone, and they call the kid's grandfather and uncle, and they refused to pick this kid up. This boy stood in the kindergarten class for 5 days. 5 days, because this man had a titty attack because he found out that this child was not his. You know, you can do that if you're found out that you're not the father of a child, maybe a month old, 2 months old, and you say, you know what, I'm going to be in his life. But you were in this child's life for 5 years. I'm sorry, I can't do that. If I'm in a child's life for 5 years and I find out that I'm not his biological father, I'm going to still be in the child's life, because the child has been with me for 5 years. I'm part of his life, and he's part of mine. You know, he's my son, regardless of what a DNA test say. And I just can't believe that this man left that boy in the classroom. And then the sad part about it is that the grandfather and the uncle, who has been in this kid's life for 5 years, refused to pick him up. It's not this kid's fault that his mother slept around. You know, and as a grandparent, you're supposed to feel proud and say, you know what, it doesn't matter. He's still my grandson. I mean, I think it's a cultural thing, you know, or I guess I don't know if that would happen with everybody, but it's sad. It really is, that you cannot let go of something and say, you know what, she did me wrong, but this child is innocent. This child has nothing to do with it. So I'm gonna do what I want to do anyway. He's my son. You know, I'll tell you a story. When I found out that I was, you know, you guys know that I'm HIV positive because my ex-wife gave it to me. You know, I told them, let's go to New York and let's start over. You know, the child has nothing to do with this. It's not his fault. She was like, I don't want to see I don't want the baby's biological father to be in the kid's life. And I said, okay, fine. You know, I never had a boy, so I said, okay, fine. You know, I'll raise him as my own. I don't care. You know, and that's what I was trying to do. I mean, I even gave him my name. You know, because the child had no. You know, the child had no. He was innocent. That it's not his fault. His mom did what she did. And then when we went to New York, things didn't work out. Because of me, that child came out negative. And, you know, it was 4 months into the kid's life. I said, you know what? I'm going to go back to Puerto Rico and I'm going to raise my own daughter. You know, had we been together, I would have raised him as my own. Knowing that he's not mine, but I would have raised him as my own. So, just imagine that you're not knowing. I knew. It's a difference. And I chose to stay. And he didn't know, and he did it anyway for 5 years, and just to let go. 5 years that you spend with this kid, that you spend this kid's life, and this kid knows just his dad, you're just going to abandon him just like that? And your family's going to do the same thing? That's inhumane. So they say that the biological mother is supposed to pick him up sometime this week. I mean, she was the first person she was supposed to call. She was supposed to be called. Like I said, I guess it's a culture thing. You know, it's in China, so I guess they do things differently over there. But it shouldn't be. This should not happen at all. So I hope this child goes to a good home. You know, if the mother doesn't want him. And it's sad because this kid's supposed to be playing and doing kids thing, you know. And he's being bounced around because, oh man, he decided that his pride is bigger than himself. He cannot be seen around with a kid that's not his, because he says, you know, if people see him say, look, that boy's not his. His wife cheated on him. People are so afraid of what other people think of them, that they back down out of a challenge. Give me that child. I raised that child. Even if it's not mine. Come on, man. That's not a man. Well, guys, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.